The Beginner's Bible. A baby in a basket, Exodus chapter 1 through 2. Many years passed. A new Pharaoh ruled over Egypt. He did not know about the good things Joseph had done. By now there were many people in Jacob's family. They were called Israelites. Pharaoh did not like the Israelites. He made them work hard. One day, Pharaoh decided to get rid of all the Israelite baby boys. A woman named Jochebed had a baby boy. She wanted to save him, so she gently laid her baby inside a basket and placed him in the river. The baby started to cry. Pharaoh's daughter saw the basket and opened it. She gently picked up the baby and hugged him. "I want to keep you," the princess whispered. She named him Moses because she pulled him out of the water. Miriam, the baby's big sister, had been watching nearby. She said to the princess, "I know a woman who can help you take care of the baby." So Miriam ran to get her mother. Jochebed was so happy. When Moses was a young boy, Jochebed returned him to the princess. He grew up in the palace. The burning bush, Exodus chapter 3. When Moses was a man, he left the palace. Pharaoh was still being mean to the Israelites. Moses tried to protect them, so Pharaoh tried to kill Moses. Moses escaped from Egypt. He went to a place called Midian and became a shepherd. One day, while Moses was watching his sheep, he saw something strange. A bush was on fire, but it wasn't burning up. From inside the bush, God spoke. "Moses, bring my people out of Egypt. Take them to a new land that I will show you. This new land is called Canaan." Moses was worried that Pharaoh would not listen. God told Moses to throw his staff on the ground. When he did, the staff became a snake. God told Moses to reach down and grab the snake. It became a staff again. God said, "I will use signs like this to show Pharaoh I have sent you." "But I cannot speak very well," complained Moses. God said, "Do not worry. Your brother Aaron is a good speaker. I will send him with you." So Moses returned with Aaron to Egypt. When they arrived, Moses told the Israelites what God had said. 10 plagues, Exodus chapter 7 through 12. Moses and Aaron went to Pharaoh's palace. They said, "You must let the Israelites go free. If you do not, God will punish you." Pharaoh said, "No, I do not know your God." Then he made the Israelites work even harder. God was not pleased, so he changed the main river to blood. Pharaoh did not care. "I will never let the Israelites go," he said. Then God sent frogs to Egypt. They were sitting in chairs, hopping upstairs, and jumping all over the beds. Pharaoh said, "Take the frogs away, and I will let your people go." So God took the frogs away. But Pharaoh changed his mind and said no. God sent more plagues on Egypt. First they were the pesky gnats. Then it came a frenzy of flies. Next, all the animals got sick. Then the Egyptian skin broke out in sores. Damaging hailstorms came, and then swarms of locusts ate the crops. Then darkness covered everything. Sometimes Pharaoh said he would let the people go. But after God took away each plague, Pharaoh changed his mind and said no. Moses had one last message from God for Pharaoh. "If you do not let my people go, the firstborn son in each Egyptian family will die." Pharaoh refused to listen, so God kept his promise. Pharaoh finally said, "Go now." The Red Sea, Exodus chapter 14. Moses led the Israelites out of Egypt. During the day, God went ahead of them in a pillar of cloud. During the night, God went ahead of them in a pillar of fire. God led the Israelites to the edge of the Red Sea. Pharaoh and his army were close behind. The Israelites did not know what to do. They screamed, "We are trapped! What have you done to us, Moses?" Moses said, "Do not be afraid. God will protect us." God's cloud came between the Israelites and Pharaoh's army. They could not see anything. God told Moses, "Raise your staff over the sea." Then the Lord pushed back the sea to make a path. Moses and the Israelites followed the path through the sea and to the other side, but Pharaoh's army followed close behind. Moses raised his staff again, and the sea swept away Pharaoh and his army. Moses and all the Israelites sang praises to God. They were free. They weren't slaves anymore. Food from heaven, Exodus chapter 16. The Israelites traveled for many days. They were tired and hungry. They complained to Moses, "There's nothing to eat in the desert. At least we had food in Egypt. Now we are starving." God heard them. That evening, God sent birds called quail for the Israelites to eat. The next morning, God sent bread from heaven. It was called manna and tasted like honey. The Israelites found the manna on the ground, but they complained again, "We are thirsty." Moses asked God what to do. God said, "Hit the rock with your staff." When Moses hit it, cool, fresh water gushed out for everyone to drink. When they were in the desert, the Israelites would not go hungry or thirsty again. 10 Commandments, Exodus chapter 19 through 20. God led the Israelites to a mountain. Thunder roared and lightning flashed. The people heard a loud trumpet blast. Then God called Moses to the top of the mountain and said, "I am the Lord your God who brought you out of Egypt." God wrote the 10 Commandments on 2 stone tablets for all his people to obey. God is the only true God. Never make idols. Never misuse the Lord's name. Rest on the Sabbath day. Keep it holy. Honor your father and your mother. Do not murder. Husbands and wives must not commit adultery. Do not steal. Do not tell lies. Never want what belongs to others. The Israelites needed a place to worship. God showed them exactly how to build a special tent. It was called a tabernacle. God placed a cloud over the tent. Whenever the cloud moved, the Israelites packed up and followed it. That's the end of Exodus. If you would like to continue, I have a craft. Thank you for listening. Thank you so much for continuing on to our craft. So today we're going to be doing a craft for the 10 Commandments. So I have already cut out my handprints, but what you'll need to do is you'll need to trace your hand and then cut them out so you have your little hands, and then another piece of paper, and then the 10 Commandments that we will be cutting out that I have a link for in the description. And you'll need some glue and some scissors as well. And that is all you'll need for this craft. So I'm going to go ahead and glue my little hands down. Okay, got my one hand down. Let me glue this other one down. Okay, after you have your hands glued down and traced and stuff, I'm going to go ahead and cut these out. Okay, friends, I am all done cutting my 10 Commandments out. Oops, let me move this up a little bit for you all to see. So this is how it will turn out, and you guys can do any color you want. I just had happened to just do these colors and stuff, but this is what it will look like. And then I'm gonna go ahead and glue these down. But this is a great way to practice your 10 Commandments and keep this handy for you to remember God's commands and his rules for us to follow, because we want to make sure we are respecting God's rules and practicing them every day. We want to make sure we put God first and remember that God is the only God and we don't have any other idols. We have to respect God's name and not use his name in vain. We need to find God in our silence. We need to respect our parents. We need to make sure we don't hurt others. We need to be faithful when we are married. We cannot steal from others. We can't lie. And we can't envy each other, which means you can't wish what somebody else has. You need to be thankful for what you have. Well, guys, here's our craft. I had so much fun making this, and if you would like to send me a picture of what you have, please follow my Instagram page, Storytime with Cece, and DM me a picture. I would love to see what you guys have done. Thank you so much for joining me and sticking along for this craft. Have a great day.